Mad people are recovering. They had a solid 7 days off from the All-Star weekend. You know, it's 2 days before the first game of the All-Star weekend. And then right now we're 3 days into the week. So that's a solid 7 days. We got Clint healthy. We got Kevin Durant finally healthy for the Nuggets. Let's go.
Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up with Grant Hill and Steve Smith. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. You look at the Jazz, currently 8th in their conference. They're hoping to keep that playoff spot.
Checking out Utah, I really think they've been hit and miss thus far. I mean, they are a playoff level team, but are they championship level? Probably not.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, but they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
And now the Washington Wizards starters. They've got Johnson, Paul George out there with Marvin Bagley. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Nembhard in a shooting guard. And for the Jazz, we've got Cam Thomas, Walker Kessler out there with Toppin. Then it's Murray, and what a great guard.
Kevin Durant and the Nuggets are 4 seed, and they're trying to just up their record a little bit, get to the Timberwolves Thunder level right there. You know, the first, second seed. Kevin Durant is going to have to see what's good with the young guys, the young players. Julian Strawther, Peyton Watson, they're definitely going to be in the lineup now that the core guys are gone and they're on the Suns now. And the Utah Jazz are a number 8 seed, even though they're below 500. They just got a trade in. We're looking at the new look Jazz, everybody. It's an interesting lineup that they have. It's an interesting way that they want to do things. Shout out to Marvin Bagley on that one right there. Definitely giving us the defensive look. Hit Stephon Castle with a fake right, go left. Tomahawk right, let's go. But yeah, their lineup is actually interesting. It's kind of been the same, but it's with different talent now. So you got DeJounte Murray at the point, you got Cam Thomas at the 2, and you got Stephon Castle at the 3, which sounds a little, because Stephon Castle's more of a point guard. Ooh wee. Gotta love that one. I'm definitely getting better with my signature shots. But yeah, the Utah Jazz have a 3-guard lineup. It's crazy.
Switch here. Jones is checked in. Over the last month, these are the highest scoring teams in the NBA. 5th, the Jazz.
This team has really found a great offensive rhythm lately. Running smart plays, sharing the ball, and racking up points.
Front, they lead by 2. And the second quarter is on its way when we return.
To send the ball.
Johnson passes to Jackson. Down low. And the dunk by Jackson.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Despite it being past the trade deadline, there's plenty of time for certain teams to I don't know, kind of recover from maybe having a bad start in the beginning of the season. You never really know. The Utah Jazz, they could go on maybe a streak or something like that and end up, being like a 5 seed or some crazy shit like that, just because, I don't know, maybe the lineup works. You know what I'm saying? Having 3 guards out there, it's kind of unprecedented, low key. Having 2 guards is one thing, but having 3, Castle, Thomas, and Murray, I don't know. I don't know how that could turn out. You know what I mean? But the Spurs, they could end up, having a run or whatever the case may be. Ooh wee. Even in the East, right now,
Rebounded by the Jazz.
there was
They double team George.
a trade
Murray finds George.
for DeMar DeRozan to go to the Clippers. Yeah,
Back to Murray. Driving
DeMar
inside.
DeRozan got traded from the Magic, and now he's on the Clippers, everybody.
In time. Oh, he drains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time.
The previous play is under review.
Going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, the replay makes it obvious. I mean, he got that shot off in time. It should be an easy decision for the officials.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
DeJounte actually ended up trying to take over Cam Thomas with 19 second most shot attempts on the team. But it really didn't matter because they took the L anyway. We had a team performance. Tyus Jones with 31 minutes. Wait, like almost 10 more minutes more than me. 22 and 7. Let's get to the Nuggets.
NBA action on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Denver Nuggets against the Washington Wizards. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Now a look at the stats for Marvin Bagley.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. We've got Johnson, Avdia out there with Paul George. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Nembhard in at the 2 guard. And for Denver, the guard pair are Murray and Caldwell Pope. Jokic is out there with Durant. And it's Strother in at the 3 spot. And Greg, taking a look at this one here tonight, the clash at the guard positions really stands out.
No question about it. Both teams rely heavily on their backcourts to get it done, and I'm interested to see which backcourt brings it tonight.
Here we go.
So the Nuggets win the tip. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. KD against George. Count the bucket.
For those wondering how it's going to look between Jamal Murray, Kevin Durant, and Nikola Jokic, let me tell you, firsthand, experiencing this team firsthand, second game of the week right here, I'm going to tell you, this team is not a disaster. And I'm also going to say, if I was in the West, I'd be fucking terrified right now. I'd be so scared. Bro, this team is elite, bro. Like, I'm not really sure who's going to be a good matchup on them for real. I don't know. Because they got it. They got it, bro. Like, I'm thinking about the Thunder right now. You put KD on Chet, Jokic on Valanciunas, and then Jamal on SGA. And I don't know, bro. Like, the Thunder might just be like, I mean, I'm not saying Jamal Murray's gonna like shut down SGA or anything, but I don't know. It's a pretty good matchup, bro. That's a pretty good matchup in the West. I'm not gonna lie. Then let's say you got the Timberwolves, right? So you got Rudy, Jokic, KD, Towns, And then I don't know who's guarding Anthony Edwards, but I don't know who's guarding Jamal Murray either. I guess Nikhil Alexander-Walker. That would be a good matchup. I would want to see the Timberwolves and the Nuggets in the playoff series just to see what would happen. Like, how would that go down again? Because it would just be a rematch of last year, right? With the Nuggets and them losing to the Timberwolves. But now that they have KD, would they lose to the Timberwolves? I don't know.
The Nuggets leading by 12.
I don't know. And
Now here's Murray.
just going through the West, right? I mean, Nuggets are number 4. You got the Lakers with LeBron, AD. Well, that's really it. But, you know, they got some all right role players. You know what I mean? Like,
Johnson against Jokic.
Jared Allen's probably going to be guarding Jokic.
And finished off by Bagley.
For the offense,
I don't know.
to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days.
Then you got like other matchups in the West. Who knows how that shit will turn out, bro? I just know in the East. Oh yeah, one team that I'm probably gonna see what's going on, like I'm gonna be looking out for just to see what they do, is the Brooklyn Nets, because they traded Cam Thomas and they got Sexton, they got Sexland back in Utah, and I don't know, man, they traded away Markkanen in the beginning of the season. They're an interesting team, man. If they can turn things around, things would be very interesting. But I don't know. You just never really know.
Lead by 6. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, guys. With Mike Malone, as the second half approaches, Coach, what are you looking for?
Execution, pace, and purpose with everything that we do, and making sure that when we call a set, we know what we're trying to accomplish and get the ball to where our players can be effective.
We'll see if they can fix that in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Buddy. And as we start to work our way through the season, a sneak peek at the Rookie of the Year race.
Here at the midway point, we've seen enough games to get a real sense of the rooks. Which ones are truly NBA ready?
Man, NBA ready is right, Shaq. I mean, some players take longer, but always a good sign when someone can come in and make an immediate impact, kind of like you did in Orlando when you first got in the league. Immediate impact.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
All right, now it's time to talk about our featured game tonight. Not a great turnout so far for the Wizards.
They're giving up loads of threes. You can see that. Defensively, it's like they're a step too late, too often.
Yeah, as a coach, you want to see the effort from your guys. They weren't terrible in the first half, but we know they have more to give.
Passes it to Murray. Here's Strother. Shoots over Avdia. Strother, no good.
That's an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Always why the shooters struggle against this guy.
Here's Nembhard. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
For 3, Murray, and Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation. That should give him a nice little jolt.
Now Murray. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Katie. With this crowd, it felt a little like a playoff game. Do you agree?
Just a regular game. You know, both teams, trying to get ready for the playoffs, so the intensity is going to be up. Man, every team ramps up the intensity at this point. The crowd was amazing. I'm glad we came out here and ended it off nice.
Yeah, it's the end that matters, man, and you got the dub, man. Thanks. Back to you.
For that, David, that's it for now. Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, our New Balance player of the game, Kevin Durant.
So once again, a team effort, but not in a good way. Everyone pretty much under 20 except Tyus Jones. He had 33 minutes again. I had 21. I don't know what's going on. 39 points from KD, player of the game. Jamal had a double-double, and Jokic had a double-double also. It was chilling. Pascal is still out. He's going to be out for a little while. Let's go, man. Lonzo versus the Cobra.
Greetings, it's 2K Sports bringing you live coverage of the NBA. This is our Sunday night broadcast. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. A moment here to see the numbers for Coby White.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level scorer than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Grant Williams. Then there's Cody Martin. Then it's Lonzo Ball. And it's White in at the 2. And then it's Clint Capella. And it's Nembhard in at the 2 spot. Pretty interesting backcourt matchup here, Grant, with a lot of star power at the guard positions on both sides.
And you know, traditionally, BA, when big guys match up, it's all about the power. But this contest is about finesse. Who can outplay and outsmart the competition?
You got Coby White averaging 25. He's having one of those stretches that he has during the seasons. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pick him up. If you got fantasy, you gotta pick Coby White up in stretches. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like an interval of like 2 or 3 weeks of you just having baller stats from Coby White, and then he just, I don't know, it goes back to what he was, back into his shell. I don't know. What I also don't know is how many times we're going to play the Bulls this season. We played them at least 3 times in the last month. This got to be 4 in a month, like in 30 days. This is crazy, bro. We're still going to beat them.
Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, let's quickly break down the game and what we've seen so far from the Wizards, guys.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge.
The Bulls want to make it a game. I feel you. I feel you. Whole time we have been going against some contributing rookies, bro. Like I say, they want to shit on this draft class, but every team I go against at least has one contributing rookie. Realistically, you feel me? That man just got crossed the fuck up. You're gonna have to rewind. Let's see. Got the rebound. Love getting the rebound, bringing it down the court. Got the Cobra 1 Vicks on. Ooh, hold up. Thought I was going left. No, sir. Oh, boy. Two-handed bandit. 2 hands for safety. Get out the way. Yo, my man was celebrating while I was midair. I ain't even finished the dunk yet, bruh.
Pass to Martin.
But yeah, there's some rookies on every team, bro. So you want to say the Utah Jazz, we just faced them. Stephon Castle starting. You just seen them in the rookie race, averaging like 12 points and like 4 or 5 assists, like maybe 3-4 rebounds. He's doing pretty good. Then you got Cody Williams right here. He's kind of like a dark horse because he's about to start scoring a little bit more. You know, he starts every now and then, but then, you know, goes back to the bench. You know, it's iffy with him, but still.
Nice touch from the veteran.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
And for their matchup with the Clippers, they have a big advantage coming in. They're clearly better when you match up the rosters. But this is why we play the game.
Listen, it's obvious. Obvious is boring. I'm picking the upset.
Let's switch gears to the Chicago Bulls. They're in a tight one after the first half.
Right now, it's about the lack of defense or lack thereof, giving up too many wide open looks. I'm not seeing any heart or any hustle.
Yeah, you could just imagine what coach is telling them in the locker room.
So it's funny, we have a Clippers game coming up next. It's kind of why I mentioned the trade. There's also another team I'm going to be watching in the East. You know, just seeing the progression of how things go, because some things can be saved. If you got 20 or more wins, and there's only 50 games, 20, so probably 20, 30 in that range, you can somewhat save your season as long as you get to a 9th seed, a 9th, 10th seed. I believe, yeah, 9th, 10th seed you can get in the play-in tournament. So, you know, you don't necessarily have to be above 500. You just kind of have to just let your record, you know what I mean, get a good winning streak, maybe 3 or 4 game winning streak. You can kind of get in the game. So I'm gonna be watching the Orlando Magic just because they traded away DeMar DeRozan to the Clippers. But the Clippers I'm gonna be watching also.
Johnson slams it in.
Did you guys see that?
Them right now. So we see the Wizards get the win here. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
PG, congratulations on the victory. How important was it for you to kick off this homestand with the win?
It was real important. It was real important for us to come back home and show out, play in front of our fans. We had a good night. I think everything was clicking offensively. There's still some things to work on defensively. We scored a lot, but we gave up a lot of points, so we got to clean that up.
Good luck the rest of the homestand.
Allie, thank you as always. We're going to do it for now. This is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And as we leave, we give you our New Balance Player of the Game, Clint Capella.
Vucevic has been killing in real life. Not a surprise right here. Alonzo doing his thing, 21-8. Cody Williams helping out his rookie race right here. Kobe White didn't exactly get his 25 points a game this time. Paul George doing his thing. I had one of my worst weeks, and it wasn't even like a bad week. It was just stupid regular, bro.